Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome back to the Baseball Replay Journal, where we have another regular season game for you here. 1949, April 25th. It's the Philadelphia Athletics at the New York Yankees. And my apologies, first of all, for how my voice sounds. We got a little bit of cold here. Yankees 4-2. The Athletics are 4-3. Both of these are very, very good teams here at the beginning of the season. 3-0 now. The pitch is on Elmer Velo, and he takes the walk, and up comes Eddie Juice. You'll notice if you're looking at this game, if you're looking at my lineups, you will notice that we have made some changes. 5 balls in a row now for Tommy Byrne, and he throws a strike there finally. Eddie Juice, 1-1 the count on him. I made a few changes here as Juice flies out to Woodling and left one away. Made a few changes to both lineups based on how players are hitting so far. Changes that at least make sense to me. That's why you see Ferris Fain hitting 8th in the order for Philadelphia. He's hitting .091. We still want him in there, but he's not hitting very well. And Valo is called out trying to steal second base. I don't know how much I agree with that sort of call. It might be realistic. He had 26 attempts in the regular season, 15 successful. But boy, I don't know if that was a hit and run that went the wrong way or what exactly happened. But as it goes, the Athletics go down without doing anything in the top of the first inning. Phil Rizzuto hits a ground ball to Majewski, hits a rock, but Majewski's able to handle it. 1 away. Tommy Henrich now, 0-2 the count on Henrich. And there's a 1-2 count on him now, and he lays off another one, 2-2. And there's another ball, full count now, and Henrich fouls it off. Good at bat for him. Little ground ball to shortstop. Juice makes the play, but is unable to make the throw. And that brings up Cliff Mapes, who is now hitting number 3 for the Yankees. We know what Cliff Mapes has been able to do so far this year. We are going to hit and run. And Mapes gets us that hit and run ground ball. 2 outs now with a runner on second base. And up comes Gene Woodling. 1-1 now the count on Woodling. Takes a fastball tight, 2-1. 2-2 now as he took another strike. And this one's hammered on the first base line, but Fain is able to make the play. And on we go to the top of the second inning. There's a ball there to Wally Moses starting it off here for the Athletics. And there's a strike, little foul off of him. Apologies, felt a sneeze coming on there. And we're back to action. 1-2 now the pitch on Moses. And there's a strike 3 called, knee high. And Tommy Byrne gets his first strikeout. 1 walk, 1 strikeout so far in this game. And 1-0 now is the pitch on Majewski. Nobody on. Top of the second inning, no score. Fouls one off. 2-1 now the pitch on him. 3-1 now the count. And that one is grounded over to Coleman. Jerry Coleman at second base makes the play, and 2 away. And here comes Pete Suter up, and 1-1 now the pitch comes here on Suter. Now it's a 1-2 count. There's a ball, 2-2 now the count. And there's another ball, full count on him now. And that ball is fouled back, and Tommy Byrne powers a strike 3 past him. And we have no score. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Jerry Coleman now coming up bottom of the second inning, no score. Only 1 hit in this ball game, and that's by the Yankees. That was by Tommy Henrich, and that's 1 away. And now Yogi Berra makes the second out, 2 away now. Here comes Hank Bauer. Hank Bauer not having a good start to the season, and he gets a little ground ball. And man, that's one of those plays. We've seen this one before. Suter making the play, throwing it from his back to first base and getting his man. And boy, that sounds like a miraculous play. It's amazing we've had 2 of those so far in this replay. Astroth, little ground ball to the left side to third base. That's the first out. Now it's 1-1. Now the count on Fain. Now 2-1 as Byrne is trying to be a little bit too cautious with him. 2-2 now. And Fain, who's upset that I'm starting him in the 8th hole, gets promptly whacks a double to center field. And we'll see what happens now. Here comes Brissy, and I'm not sure that he's bunting. It looks like he's swinging away here. And it's strike 3 on him as Byrne makes a short work of him. That's kind of an odd play. So Fain stays at second instead of potentially moving up to third. Not sure what the computer was thinking there. 2-1 now the pitch on Elmer Valo, and now it's 3-1 on him. And he grounds it over to Coleman at second, and that's the third out. Coming up there was Bobby Brown, a little quick ground ball to Sutter at second base. It's 1 away. Now it's a 2-0 count on Tommy Byrne. 3-0 now the count on him, and he almost walks there. Takes the fastball for a strike, And there's ball 4, and now the Yankees might have something happening. We're going to hit and run. I know it's odd with the pitcher, but we're going to give this a try. Rizzuto fouls that one. That fouls another one off. We don't have the hit and run on now. We'll see if the computer thinks we do. 1-2 now the count. And now it's 2-2. The computer doesn't seem to care very much about the pitcher. And we should have had that hit and run on because Scooter ends up grounding it to the double play, 6-4-3. 2 hits in this ball game, no runs at all. That one is hit deep to left field. Woodling, though, has a beat on it, 1 away. Up comes Sam Chapman. 0-1 now the pitch on Chapman, and he hits one over to left center field in that huge gap. You can see this right here, right, as we look at this diagram of Yankee Stadium. That is where Chapman hit that ball, and man, there's a lot of real estate out there. Chapman on second base now, 1 out here, top of the 4th inning. This is another one of those close games. And 1-0 now the pitch on Moses. 1-1 now as he takes a strike. And he hits one over there to Mapes in center field for the second out. And here comes Majeski. 1-0 now the count on Hank. And 2-0 now on him. Hank with a good eye. 2-1. And that one's fouled straight back. 2-2 now the pitch comes into Majeski. And that's a swing and a miss on strike 3. And he goes down. And here come the Yankees, bottom of the 4th inning. 3 hits in the ballgame is all we've had so far as Hendricks swings and hits one to short, and that's 1 away. And now Mapes hits one over to third base, and I thought that he had something going on, but not quite. We don't even have much of a wind here today, so I'm not sure what's keeping this hitting down, but there's 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and man, this is a pitcher's duel if I've ever seen one. Woodling now, 2-1 count on him. And 3-1 now as he lays off the breaking ball. And there's the walk, and Woodling is on base. It's the second walk given up by Lou Brissy. And up comes Jerry Coleman now. 0-1 is the count on Coleman, and they think that Woodling's going to run. I'm not doing anything with Woodling, and it doesn't matter in the end. Coleman has a little ground ball to short, and that's the end of that. And here we are, top of the 5th inning. Pete Suter up there, and it's quickly 1-1 on Suter, and he hits a little fly ball to Bauer in right field, 1 away. Here comes Astroth and swings and misses. Strike 1. 1-1 now the pitch on Astroth. And there's a little sinker down low, 2-1 on him. And he hits that one back to Byrne at the mound, who makes the play. And there's 2 away, just like that. It's one of those games, one of those pitchers' duels. 1-1 now the pitch on Ferris Fain, and he takes that for a ball. 2-1 now the count on him. And 3-1 as that one misses. And I was going to say we're about to lose him. That was a full count. Swing and a miss, and they got Ferris Fain to strike out. 5th strikeout of the game for Tommy Byrne. And here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and let's see if the Yankees can capitalize on this one. Boy, this is one of those tense ones, man. This is one of those games where you don't want to blink. You don't want to look away. 2-2 now the pitch on Yogi Berra. And Berra lays off that breaking ball. Full count now on Berra. And Brissy missed with the breaking ball. That's Brissy's 3rd walk of the game. That puts Berra on first base. Hank Bauer coming up. And Bauer's not hitting well so far. Bobby Brown on deck. We're going to bunt with Bauer. It's early, but it's starting to get late. Bottom of the 5th inning. The sacrifice works. We bunt with Bauer. He moves Berra up to second. And we have something to talk about finally in this game. And now we have Bobby Brown coming up. Bobby Brown, so far not hitting very well in this season, in this very, very young season, might I add. We're only into April 25th. It's a little bit early for me to be passing judgment on some of these players. But having said that, the Yankees need to win every single possible game that they can to try to keep pace with the Red Sox, who are amazing so far in the early part of the season. Bobby Brown, not much of a bunter, not really much of a hitter so far this season either. And he lays off of that one, 1-0 now the pitch on him. Hits a sharply hit ground ball to third base. Berra stays at second, and there's 2 away, and that's what we worried about. Tommy Byrne now. At least Byrne is not leading off the inning. That's that old adage, you don't want the pitcher leading off the inning when 1 pitch on him, and now that's a called strike, 1-2. Tommy fouls one back, and that one's outside, 2-2 now the pitch on him, and that's another one outside, 3-2, and he gets the walk. He works a walk out of Brissy. 4 walks today for Brissy. In this game where hits are very, very scarce to come by, you don't want to be the one walking everybody. Ball 1 on Phil Rizzuto. We're going to have him take this pitch. Ball 2 as that one was inside. And there's strike 1, breaking ball. We're going to let him swing now. And he hits that one over to left center field, and that scores 1. And moves the pitcher Byrne over to third base. And Phil Rizzuto so far is the hero of the day and the hero of the moment. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Yankees, and only the 4th hit so far of this ball game. And This is the reason why you want somebody like Scooter Rizzuto on your team. This player is, I mean, we know what he was like as a broadcaster, but as a player, he was simply amazing. What a great player he was. So many different tools. Tommy Henrik now, and he gets that ball to bounce in. And we're going to see if we can get Scooter to scoot over to third. And unfortunately, he's called out. That was a little bit aggressive probably from me, but I always want to try to push the envelope a little bit. If you've been watching these games so far, you know how I manage. I love to watch these guys run, and I want to push and push and push. Henrik does get the RBI. Which makes the score 2-0 Yankees here, and what is undoubtedly going to be a pitcher's duel. But boy, it sure would have been nice if Scooter had been safe there, wouldn't it? Scooter had been safe there. We have Clip Mapes coming up with 2 outs, but with 2 on. Boy, that would have been nice. Brissy now, 2-1 now the pitch on Brissy. And that one's popped up, and that one goes up to the screen. Strike him out, Tommy. Tommy strikes him out. Beautifully thrown. Change of pace. 6 strikeouts now for Tommy Byrne. His 14th of the season. He's having one of those seasons. Vallo now 0-2 on Elmer. Let's see if we can get another one. He goes down looking. Tommy paints the corner. 7 strikeouts now for Tommy Byrne. Eddie Juice now 0-1. Now the pitch on him quickly. 1-1 now. And that was a breaking ball inside 2-1. And that one swung on, rolled over the right side. Byrne grabs it, fields his position well, throws him out. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And here comes Cliff Mapes. Mapes gets a double, leading off a little double there to a right center field. And I am a big Cliff Mapes fan now, as you know, because of how he's been hitting so far this season. That's why he's hitting third for the New York Yankees in that Joe DiMaggio hole, as DiMaggio still dealing with foot injuries. 1-2 now the pitch on Woodling. It's 2-2. And there's strike 3. That one's right down Broadway, and that's the first strikeout for Brissy. And Woodling, I don't know what he was looking for. 1-0 now the pitch on Jerry Coleman. 1-1 now on Coleman, and he swings through that one. Strike 2, 1-2, and that one's in the dirt. 2-2. Coleman manages not to swing on it, and that's a full count. Good eye by Jerry. And that one is a ground ball straight to Ferris Fain at first base, who kicks it. It goes right on by him, that is. And here comes Yogi Berra up. Yogi Berra in the 6th hole, as he's not been hitting as well as he could so far this year. But boy, what a dangerous man to have come up here. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0 Yankees, 2 men on. Berra can break this one open. 2-0 now the pitch on Berra. Little nubber on the first base line goes foul. And now he straightens it out and hits that one just wide of first base. And with the 3-0 lead, we're going to hold Jerry Coleman there at second base because we have Hank Bauer coming up. Bauer not hitting much so far this season, but we'll see what he can do. Takes the ball. 1-0 now the pitch on Bauer. 1-1 now as that hits the corner. 2-1 now, and Brissy's starting to really get flustered out there. 3-1 now the pitch on Hank Bauer. We're going to have him take this one. That one grooved in there for strike 2. And Bauer fouls the pitch off. And Bauer lays off of that one, and that is ball 4, 5th walk of the game for Lou Brissy. And I've got to ask myself how much longer this computer manager is going to stick with this guy. And here comes Bobby Brown, and he grounds into that double play that Philadelphia is so famous for this year. Yankees score 1, 3-0 New York, top of the 7th inning. And here's Sam Chapman, 1-1 now the count on him, 1-2 on Chapman. And he takes that one in tight, 2-2 now. And that's a ball too high, 3-2, full count. Little ground ball to Coleman, 1 away. Here comes Wally Moses. And that's the quick ball there to Moses. No strike on him, 1-1 now. 1-2 on him. And let's see if Tommy can get a strikeout here. Nope, 2-2 now on Moses. That's a fastball outside, 3-2. And that one is a pop fly there to the whole infield, and Henrik ends up taking it 2 away. Here's Hank Majewski. And there's a little ground ball to a Brown at third base, and that does that. And Tommy's up now. Fans not quite ready to applaud yet. That happens probably if he comes up in the 8th inning. And pitching a marvelous game so far. 3-1 pitch on him, and he walks for the third time today, that is. Byrne not charged with a single at-bat today. The bunt is in order here, is what they're saying, with Phil Rizzuto on, up by 3 runs. That is ridiculous. And here we have one of those plays. And Rizzuto hits this. This is a line drive down the right field line, and Moses chases it, and he claims that one of those Yankee Stadium bleacher rights touched it. I don't know if they did or not. It'd be probably pretty easy to see. I don't imagine that here on this Monday afternoon, and I'm guessing this was an afternoon game, that you had a huge crowd at Yankee Stadium to watch the Philadelphia Athletics come into town. I mean, if somebody touched it, not so many suspects out there way out in those bleachers, but one way or another, Rizzuto is on third base, and here comes Tommy Henrich up, and here come the Yankees, 4-0 Yankees now. There's a strike to Henrich, 0-1 now the pitch on him, and that's low for a ball, 1-1. And that pitch is chopped to first base. We will have Rizzuto score the fifth run. No! I was wrong. Fain actually throws the ball to the plate, and they get Phil Rizzuto at the plate. That is a interesting play, and that's an interesting choice by the computer manager. Down 4-0 in a game in which you've only had 2 hits, and you decide to throw home instead of throwing to first. Boy, that's risky. It worked out for him, but boy, that's risky. 1-1 now. The pitch is Mapes hits that one foul. 1-2 now on Mapes. And Cliff Mapes does what I knew he could do, gets that key base hit, and we're going to be aggressive here. Henrich, we're going to have him go for third, and he is safe at third base, and Mapes is fast, and here comes Gene Woodling, and we're going to hit and run, and let's see if we can put this one out of reach, and unfortunately Gene Woodling pops that one up. A rainmaker up there, and now there's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jerry Coleman now has a 1-0 count on him. 1-1 now, they count on Coleman. Nothing going there as they're trying to catch Mapes. We're not doing anything with him. 1-2 now. 1-2 still the count. And there's a seeing eye single for Coleman. We are going to hold Mapes at second base. I don't think that one was deep enough to advance him. And here comes Yogi Berra. Here comes trouble. 5-0 Yankees. Bottom of the 7th inning. And they're staying with Lou. He hits that one to right, Yogi does. And that one just doesn't have the gas that it needs. And there's 1 out now in the top of the 8th inning. And my apologies for looking a little bit more at this replay here at this thing. This is another little bit of play-by-play I haven't seen yet. Little reference to the old way of doing things at both Yankee Stadium and at the Polo Grounds back in the old days where the fans would exit via center field. Boy, they don't do that anymore, man. You touch that grass and they get really upset with you. But it was a little bit different back in 1949, wasn't it? 2-1 now. The pitch on Astro, 3-1 now on him. And Tommy misses their only second walk given up today. And we have a runner at first base for the Athletics as Ferris Fain comes up. Fain, so far today, 1 for 2. And that's a double play. He hits into a double play back to Tommy, who throws it over to Scooter. It's short, and he flips it on back to Henrich at first for the double play. Ferris Fain not having a good start to this season. Hank Bauer now up, and this little ground ball to third base, 1 away, and here comes Bobby Brown. There's a ball to Brown very quickly, and ball 2 comes to him. You can see how quickly we play. 2-1 now the pitch, and there's rip foul. Ball 3 now comes over to Brown, and there's a little ground ball to second base, and that's the second out, and here comes Tommy Byrne, takes the ball. Ball 2, Byrne walked every time up so far, 2-1 now on him. There's a foul ball, 2-2. And boy, they struck him out. That's it for Byrne, and let's see if he can get his complete game now. Notice that the crowd didn't cheer him on despite the fact that he's thrown a 2-hitter here and has thrown a very, very good game. 3-1 now the pitch on Brissy, who the computer manager is not pinch hitting for. There's a lot of strange things happening in this game. Full count now on the pitcher, and Byrne strikes him out, and that is number 8. Tommy Byrne having one of those games for the ages. 0-1 now the pitch on Elmer Vallo. And there's a ball 1-1 now the pitch on him. Fastball inside 2-1. And now it's strike 2. Let's see if we can get a 9th. And that's a ball right below the knees. Full count. And Vallo walks for the third walk of the game. Now we don't have to worry very much about Tommy having all of his strikeouts used up in this game as the 1-1 pitch comes into juice. That's way upstairs for ball 2. Diamond Mine doesn't work like that. It's fair and a new chance every time up. 2-2 now the pitch, and there goes Byrne putting that one aside, and that's 9 strikeouts now for Tommy Byrne. And there's a strike to Sam Chapman, and the fans that are here are cheering strike 2. They want to see that 10th strikeout. Oh, man, and Byrne wanted that call, and that's just called outside for a ball, and I think that was a strike. And Byrne misses barely there. 2-2 now the pitch. Fastball at the knees, and even Chapman thought that one was a strike. 3 balls in a row that should have been strikes, each one of them, and Chapman strikes out swinging to end the game. That is the ball game. 5-0 Yankees win. Yankees improved to 5-2 on the season. And I really enjoyed that, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Thank you very much for joining us today on the Baseball Replay Journal. If you like that, hit the like button below, subscribe. We have one of these videos coming for you every day. Check out the blog while you're at it. We do a lot of cool stuff on the blog, baseballreplayjournal.substack.com. You can find the link in the channel page itself, and probably somewhere down in the video description. We'll make sure we have something on there for you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow.